I will say, man, not having a coffee in the morning.
I'm only on 100 milligrams of caffeine right now.
That's nothing.
I'm like,
It's like a cup and a half, barely.
What's the male version of a barista?
No, barista. Baristo.
I'm a barista.
Baristo.
No, I'm a barista, bro.
That was killing me.
But sometimes it doesn't work.
What?
Like, I'll take a shot of it, and I'm
yeah.
just like, it just doesn't, like...
I feel like that's to do with, like, what you eat, how you slept, what's in your body. Because if I take that shit on a good empty stomach, sleeping...
Yeah.
But some days, I'm like, what the fuck? That's people get stuck in that cycle, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this coffee didn't fucking work. Well, hopefully this next one will work. And I'm like, if the first one didn't work, just wait until the next day. Like, fuck, man. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the...
Long time no
Dude,
see.
I forgot our fucking name of the podcast.
I forgot
man.
what it is. It's not a podcast.
Oh, yeah, man. It's not a podcast. That's why we don't remember.
It's not a podcast.
Welcome to episode 9482 on Not a Podcast. We're going to talk about
Fitness myths.
fitness myths. We just talked about this the other day on 60 for 60.
Yeah.
A couple of them, so I'm sure we'll reiterate them. But
that's going well though.
It is.
I enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I actually do.
Yeah.
I get anxious sometimes when I'm like, if I'm fitting in my times and I want to get it done.
Yeah.
But like,
it's like 10:30 at your night, and you're like, "Fuck, I haven't posted it yet."
Yeah, I did it the other night, man. When I left that comedy show,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, at least I had it filmed.
I know. I was surprised I posted mine before yours. I was like,
I know. Sometimes I get before and I'm like, damn, man. And then sometimes if it's night, it's like 10 o'clock and I'm about to go to bed or something like
and
that.
I haven't posted it
I'm
yet.
like, I hope, I don't care, but I'm like, I hope they do post though. And then sometimes I think I saw one at like 11 or 11:30 one day or even like quarter to 12 and I'm like, oh, he just got it in.
The first one.
Yeah.
Technically, I missed the first one, but it's all good.
I mean, East Coast time, I missed like fucking 3 of them already. After 10 o'clock.
I guess that's fair.
Before daylight savings, after 9 was past 12.
That's fair.
Either way, as long as it gets done.
Yeah.
Fitness myths, or just fitness myths, I guess. What's like
There's
one?
a lot of them.
What's like one that we'll try to do as many as we can. We'll not get too dive into it too much, but like, what's like one that stands out to you the most?
I'm trying to remember which one I did for my 60 for 60. I think it was I did
cardio.
Yeah, cardio. You don't like doing more cardio doesn't mean you're losing more body fat. That was the one I did. That one's really annoying. I think the one that's most annoying, and it's like a combination of that, is the more activity, less food equals greater fat loss. That's I think my biggest annoying fitness myth.
What the people think that the more they do, the better they're gonna get.
Well, yeah. So the more activity, the more like exercise or cardio they do on like smaller amounts of like food, the better activity they're getting.
Like it makes sense to some people, right? It makes sense if you didn't have any idea. Like the less food I eat, the smaller I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
But it's like
the opposite.
It is.
Yeah.
Fucks up your metabolism. You ain't eating anything. You're eating big meals, and then in all reality, like they're overeating in the weekends, under eating during the week, and then cumulatively for like the whole week. It's really they've just been in a surplus the whole time.
Yeah.
Because they're barely moving. If they are, they're burning minimal calories on a fucking treadmill.
Yeah. It's
great to move, but like you're just wasting hours, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably my biggest one. What would you say is yours?
I had a good quote. My cousin Nicky Bolio, he just said the same. It's kind of the same thing you just said. It's like imagine you and your friends want to go on a fucking cross country road trip, but not fill up your fucking gas tank.
Yeah.
It's like you expect to get to this fucking destination of your body, but without fueling it, it's like your engine's fucked now. Yeah. Like and it's like what the hell. But yeah. So I know it sounds crazy, but just some good advice. What's some good advice for them? They just heard you say that. It's like, well, what the fuck do I do now? Give me some help. I'm Cindy, who's fucking running 6 days a week, not lifting weights. I don't really see any size changes. Like I'm not really gaining muscle or losing body fat. It's kind of just like that skinny fat or like that baby fat, if you will.
I mean, it's like complicated, but it's simple.
Don't complicate it. Just like your strength trained, you just.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on what your goals are, right? So if you want to build muscle,
let's just go with the generics. Like most girls want to look
like
toned,
you
right?
just want to like get in
like
shape.
A workout.
You just want to get in shape. I would like cut the run, and it depends if they enjoy running. Because if they hate running, I'd be like, don't run.
Sure, totally.
If you enjoy running, run. But like, take it down to like 2 days, 3 days, and then like 2 days weightlifting just to start.
Strength training, lift the weights in the gym.
Yeah. And then obviously eat, like, prioritize eating, you know, like 1 gram protein per pound of body weight for protein.
Yeah, so if you weigh 150, try to get between 120 to 150 grams of protein a day.
Yeah.
That is the magic pill. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Your target weight.
No one ever get fat eating protein. I'll keep saying that until I fucking die.
Literally. Yeah.
Literally. You're never going to say, oh, damn, like I gained extra weight because of all this protein. Like, it's possible.
For sure.
But you're not going to get there.
Yeah.
With what people are doing. You're not going to get there. And if you did, that's probably a better thing. We can just cut some calories away now.
Yeah. Try taking a newbie and having them eat like 200 grams of protein.
You know, almost impossible. and you're gonna that's where you want that toned kind of look. That's gonna put the muscle on. Mm-hmm. And in the gym, like, lift with intensity. Try to just get stronger. Your body will fucking change. It feels like cardio. You do a hard deadlift set.
Oh shit.
A hard squat set. I'm fucking breathing for five
like
minutes.
That video I sent
you know, this dude was dying. He hit the video screen record and sent us a message because between sets he was so tired. That's gonna make the change. Mm-hmm. It seems opposite for now, but just give that a try.
Yeah. All right, what's your fitness myth?
Fitness myth.
Which one did you do for? You did the knees over toes.
I did knees over toes.
For squats.
Old school myth. I used to even think of it when I first started training back in the day. Knees over toes. Knees over your toes in a squat is bad for your knees. I dispel that in my first consult with people. I elevate their feet and have them do a squat, and their knees are like 4 feet over their toes. And I take a video and picture, and I ask them that, and they're like, "Yeah, it's bad for you." But then I show them the video. I'm like, "You just did it though. Did it hurt?" No. Myth dispelled. If it hurts you, adjust the movement. There's many modifications and regressions to do for a squat, but it's not. It's actually the complete opposite. It's safer for the knees. It's just you don't go from that to like doing like deep squats with your knees forward with a heavy barbell on your back. You have to start to progress that movement, just body weight first, and see how that works to get the knees stronger. Because it's opposite. It's just like people get their back hurt, don't deadlift. It's like you should be deadlifting. It's just modifying it and getting your back stronger so that no one has the form correction to do it.
Have proper form.
Yes, so your knees are fine. If it hurts, modify it. But 9 out of 10 times, it's not going to hurt you. It's actually going to get you stronger. You're going to feel weaker.
Yeah.
Because clients are getting a lot more range of motion. They're working muscles they never worked before. But you're going to get stronger over time and go back up to where you were, and then some, without injuries now.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of another one.
Go for it.
As a woman, lifting heavy weights is going to make you look like a man.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one, right?
Then, of course. Then what I ask you this question. If I was sitting here saying like, okay then, well, what makes women big and bulky then?
Testosterone and like unnatural amounts of like testosterone and HGH and
too much food. The only way you're gonna get big and bulky is if you eat too much food.
Well, and if you as a woman, if you take like enhancing type drugs,
of course,
to build muscle, because I think that's one thing that's like, oh, if I lift heavy weights, I'm gonna get big strong muscles like a man, or like they see like women like bodybuilders, right? Who most of them are taking some type of like drug enhancement to make their muscles that big, because naturally, like that's just not possible. But like you're not going if you just eat whole natural foods, eat 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein, and lift heavy, you're not going to look like a man. Like it's
if
just
anything, you're
it's
getting more
physically like it's just physically not going to happen because of how women are built. Like you have smaller muscles. Like that's you don't burn as many calories. Like it's just not going to happen.
That's what I say to people. Like the only reason why people attribute like, oh, I lifted heavy with this last trainer and I gained a bunch of weight. It's like, well, how much food were you fucking eating?
Yeah.
Well, the only way your body gets fucking bigger or smaller is literally food. You can lift hardcore in the gym all day long and not eat anything. You ain't gonna get bigger. What's gonna get bigger from what? There's no fuel in your body. It's like the gas tank's empty.
Yeah.
And you're burning more fuel. So how is it supposed to fill back up with more gas? It's not. So that's why it's like usually a calorie thing. But even then, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Lift heavy, lift strong, lift with proper form. Eat some good food, rest, and just be consistent. And you will not look like those people. The funny thing is, they're gonna look like the ways they want to look.
Yeah.
They just don't think it's gonna get them there.
Yeah.
So yes, don't worry about that. You'll cross the road if it comes there, which it won't.
No. Literally.
Ooh, what's another one? Spot reduction. Spot training.
Oh, like to lose fat off a specific area?
So like girls say like, hey, I just want to grow my glutes and not grow my legs.
Oh. Yeah.
Which like is which is possible. But you can bias it more, but stuff's still gonna grow.
Yeah.
Right? If you did like a bunch of like hamstring, like RDLs and a bunch of like hip thrusts and like kickbacks and like donkey kicks and like banded work, like sure, your thighs won't work as much because you're not really working as much, but they're gonna work somehow.
Yeah.
But again, like you like or people say, yeah, they want to just grow their ass.
Yeah.
Or they think that, oh, this is an easy one too. Do a bunch of crunches, I'm gonna get a six pack.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't that true?
Or I just want to like lose the fat off the back of my arms.
Yeah. Just this. So I'm gonna do a bunch of triceps.
Or like my love handles. I just want to lose the fat off my
love handles. So I'm gonna do a bunch of like side obliques and like sit-ups.
Yeah. I wish that was possible.
Think about this.
I wish.
If that was true, wouldn't everyone look how they wanted to look?
I would be doing so many oblique exercises to like lose my love handles.
Yeah.
I would be doing so many of them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way.
The body, it pulls fat from different places. Everyone's different. It mostly starts like, I've read so many things. It mostly starts in the neck and the face. That's why some people, when they start losing weight, they're like, oh, well, yeah, I can see you're losing weight. It's a little bit in the face.
Yeah.
But that's why they call it the stubborn belly fat.
Yeah.
Because usually that's one of the last places it starts pulling body fat from.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks. I get it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
But you have to still stay consistent. Maybe you come out of your deficit and go back into it a little bit, but it doesn't say not to train those body parts. Like shit, if I want to get a better stomach, yeah, I'm gonna do crunches and planks and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna. My whole workout's not gonna be around that because my intention is thinking like it's only gonna burn fat there. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's burning fat everywhere. So it's coming down to total calories you're being burned. Yeah. And you know how many calories are burned doing fucking sit-ups?
Not that many.
Not that many.
No.
But you know what burns a lot of calories?
Squat. Deadlift.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bench press.
Yes.
Overhead.
Yes.
Overhead press.
Yes. Like those big compound movements that no one.
Thrusts.
Yes. Yeah. That no one wants to do because they're challenging. They take a lot of effort out of you.
Yeah.
So that's not true. Don't try to do that. But it doesn't mean you don't want to work out those muscle groups as well to get them stronger. Mm-hmm. It's
all diet.
It's a lot of it is diet.
Literally, it's all diet.
And I'll take it a step further and say, I bet you your sleep and your stress, your life are going to affect that times 10.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it myself recently with just getting more sleep and less stress in my life.
Yeah.
Body changes.
Mm-hmm.
One of them though, what about the people that say they want to eat late at night? Don't eat carbs after 8 p.m.
Well, I mean, if you're going to bed at 8, then, I mean, yeah, you don't want to eat, like, right before you go to bed.
I mean, what if they have to, though, man? Are they going to get fat?
Well, I mean, you're not going to get fat, but, I mean, ideally...
Do they suddenly go up, though?
Well, I mean, no.
Right?
No.
I get it. It can go deeper than that.
It goes a little bit deeper, but, like, yeah. But, I mean, I would suggest, obviously, not eating, like, an hour before you go to bed. That's... Because then your body will, I don't know if you'll necessarily, I don't know the science behind it, but your body will have a harder time like digesting and processing and absorbing the food.
Yeah. You won't get a full night's rest because you're just fucking digesting the whole night.
Yeah.
But I tell people all the time, like, if you have to, right, if you have to get some extra protein and you have to finish your meals for the day and like just shit happens sometimes, like, eat it. But see how you feel, right? If you wake up fucking groggy, you had a hangover from eating too much food. Yeah. Be careful of that. Like, but it's not an end all be all. The calories at 300 calories at 6 p.m. is not going to become more calories at 9 p.m. If we're talking about just daily calorie intake, you have 24 hours. Yeah. But we suggest not to fucking eat them so late if you can. Yeah. I used to be a late night eater. I just started changing that recently. Huge differences when I wake up. Yeah. Huge differences. Sometimes I'd rather not go to bed hungry because I can't fall asleep. I'd rather eat my food at nighttime than not eat it at all. But I've shifted it. I'm eating more breakfast now. I'm getting hungry a little bit during the day. So at nighttime, I'm not really eating as much. So.
Very proud of you.
Thanks, man. I'm changing a lot of things, man. It's actually kind of eye-opening.
You are changing a lot of things.
It's and it's all coming at once too. I'm like, whew.
Okay. I believe in you.
Yeah. Like, people chase the sweat. They chase the burn.
Like if you don't sweat, you had a bad workout.
God forbid.
Yeah. Or I'm thinking of some now. Okay. Okay. Let's do this one first though.
Okay.
If you don't sweat, you had a shitty workout. Not true. Happens to me all the time, especially on upper body.
And kind of opposite of you sometimes. I can sweat my fucking ass off and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm literally sweating my ass off doing fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? And I have many clients like yourself sometimes that are like, they don't sweat.
Yeah.
Some are fucking, like, look like they just jumped in a pool.
Yeah.
No one's giving more or less effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not true. I mean, because, I mean, it all just depends on, like, the person. Like, you could do one exercise and not sweat, and I could do the other exercise and completely sweat because my body, like, takes less time to sweat.
Yeah, it's just, think of this. Sweating is just your body cooling itself down.
Yeah.
Some people heat up so fast, it needs to cool down fast. Mm-hmm. Some people are maybe more efficient at times, and their body can stay at a core temperature, and it takes a long time for them to heat up to sweat. And the burn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
Just lactic acid build up, feels like you're getting a great workout.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, I burn more doing band work, like abductions and shit like that, like some pulse squats, and like all those things like that. And I feel it more than anywhere, but I'm not going to grow as much. It's not, what is it, scientifically wise, you need to have mechanical tension. I missed the other two. But you need to have like muscle damage. There's a couple other things, and those movements aren't going to achieve that. And it's I get it though, because it's all in the fucking mind, man. Yeah. Like it feels like it's working. It feels like, oh, I'm going the right way.
Yeah.
When you can feel the same thing in a heavy ass squat or deadlift. But yeah, don't chase the burn.
Yeah.
What else you
got? This one's relates. If you aren't sore the day after the workout.
Ooh, good one.
And then vice versa, if you're too sore, that's bad. So, yeah, so if you aren't sore the next day, you didn't like have a good workout, pretty similar to if you don't sweat. Not true. It's actually the opposite. If you are too sore one day, especially 2 days, if you get DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, that means you went too hard.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, like, it's like you can feel that from doing like new exercises. Mm-hmm. If I did I don't do that many curtsy lunges and shit like that, but if I did a bunch of curtsy lunges, heavy dumbbell, I'm probably gonna be sore tomorrow in certain areas, or have a delayed effect like that DOMS. Yeah. But like that just means you tried something new. Or if you're normally working out regularly and you fucking aren't sore as often, you go hard as shit and you're extra sore the next day, yeah, like you might have went too fucking hard. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean that. It's usually the opposite effect. It's usually they don't feel sore enough.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, I don't feel sore, and that's usually a good sign.
That is good.
Like keep fucking, because that keeps you consistent. If you come to the gym and get your ass kicked, like,
yeah. If
you think every day is gonna be a fucking ass kicking, I don't know if I want to come here every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's gonna be some effort.
Yeah.
But like you want to come and get literally your ass kicked every day.
Yeah.
Now training for ourselves is a different story.
Yeah.
I like to kick my ass when I'm working.
Well, yeah, we're a little bit different because we work out.
Yeah, but to a certain degree, it doesn't gauge anything. I want my clients not to be as sore because the next day they're going to go just as hard, and then we're going to progress over the weeks.
No, I will say it is pretty funny though when you get like a text message from
a
client saying that they can't get off the toilet.
We love you though. We love you. It's all in good. It's all in good faith.
It's pretty fucking funny though.
Yeah. Like, oh man, Ashley, we did single leg presses. Try those with your clients. I those in months.
Oh yeah.
Single leg presses. Corinne
was talking to me.
And Ashley was like, "Yo, my ass sitting on the toilet." She was like, "I couldn't even fucking get up." Yeah. And here's the thing, she felt that, and Corinne works out fucking 4 days a week with us. Yeah. She works out consistently. Yeah. But doing a different movement usually to create a different stimulus with the muscle will usually create something like a DOMS, a little bit different than usual. Mm-hmm. And that's not saying that you work too hard. Maybe you just trained a different movement pattern. That's all. Mm-hmm. So it's up to you to figure out like what's, too much, too little. Yeah. It's never too little. I mean, there is too little, but.
Yeah. Well, that leg press is also like really heavy.
Dude, just the machine. We didn't put the plates on.
Yeah, it's
like you put 25 on.
It's like 100 pounds. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I hate that leg press. Here's one. I don't know if this is an actual myth, but doing the same exercise routine every day is going to get you results. That's not a myth.
You mean to say I need to trick my muscles? Because if I do the same thing, I'm not going to get results. Is that what you mean to say?
I mean, no, not necessarily. No.
Are we going the opposite with that? Do we have the opposite thoughts on that? What the hell did you say?
Like, doing the same exercise routine is going to, like, get you results. So if you come in here and do the same...
That is going to get you results.
Well, I meant, like, for, like, long periods of time.
4 weeks? 6 weeks?
No, I'm talking, like months, years.
Got you. Yeah, like doing the same thing. Okay.
Like the same, no.
Not to be confused with, like, programming yourself and doing stuff for a few months.
I'm not talking about, like, a program.
Yeah,
not talking like...
You're saying, like, Sally Joe comes in, does the same thing every day.
Like Jimmy comes in and does the same movements every day.
Forever. Like, he just always
For months, years.
With, like, no progressions, no getting stronger.
Yeah.
It's just, like, going through the motions.
Yeah.
How do we... Don't do that!
I mean, you're going to look the same, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, like, if you train the same, you're going to look the same.
If you want to look the same, then I guess that's...
If you like where you're at, you just want to maintain, I guess fucking go for it.
I guess, yeah.
Right? I've had phases like that the last few months where I just literally, I'm going through the motions.
No.
I'm lifting the weight and feeling the stimulus. It's really, really light. But I put on muscle for fucking 15 years to kind of do that for a little bit. But eventually, I will start fading away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you want to build muscle, like, expecting that to happen by doing the same thing for weeks, months, years, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, if you train the same, you look the same.
Yep.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. Thank you for coming to our Not a Podcast episode 9248.
Is that different than the last time?
I hope not. Let's see if it was the same one.
But yeah, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Don't be too hard on yourselves when it comes to the holidays.
What he said.
Yeah.
And fucking, as Joe Dirt would say, life's a garden. Dig it.